start with some background on this. So, Professor's question is related to this guy Nate Silver, who was a baseball statistician. He predicted things like, what first baseman would perform best in that period of time. Then he got into studying elections, and he was doing what's known as poll aggregation. Poll aggregation assumes that individual surveys have error, but if you aggregate a bunch of surveys together, you add them up, and you take a trend line from that, that you can make a more accurate estimation about the state of the world at that moment. And then he got into doing some more sophisticated statistical models, all of which, if you're interested in, I can go into great detail on, in order to make predictions about the outcome of discrete events. And this discrete event happened to be the election of Barack Obama, but worked out that way. So he ended up being very influential, and his predictions were driving campaigns making decisions based on what they thought Silver was going to write about in the New York Times. I think he will continue being successful along those lines. He had sort of a monopoly on it in the 2012 election. I don't think that monopoly will continue because he didn't invent that stuff he was doing. Some political scientists out of Stanford were years ahead of him in doing that. They just weren't actually all that interested in getting attention for doing it. There will be a lot more of this sort of predictive and analytics